Right, I haven't made a video for quite a while. Well, a video for the clothing side for quite a while, so I've got quite a few videos to make today. First thing I'm doing today is testing out Target Transfer's new prints, new system that they've come up with, which is direct to film, full colour. They come on big 50 by 50 sheets. You're allowed to gang sheet as many colours as you want. It's hot peel, which is something that put me off using Target in the past because it was cold peel. It means the whole process took a little bit longer, but I'm going to test this out today. It's come on a big sheet, quite thin paper, and I quite like the fact that you got a big sheet to get a lot on. It is quite expensive, so we're going to test it out today and see if I can make it worthwhile using these. But so far so good. I've made mistakes myself. One thing you've got to be really careful of when you're ordering these is that because you're doing it backgroundless on your design, I've left that on by accident, so I'm going to have to cut that out by hand, and I've left a little bit of white up there. And I've looked on the file that I've sent, and obviously it's my fault. I've left them on the design, so I'm going to trim around that, cut it out today, and then I'm going to test it on the heat press and see what the hot peel's like. The new application instructions for this Ultra Colour heat transfers, including 1 to 5 Target brands. I think this is an Ultra Colour Ultra Colour Max heat transfer. I think this is. So heat apply for 12 seconds, temperature 145, medium pressure, and peel back in, yeah, hot peel. So we'll see this out, see how this goes. This video is going to be a really rough chop together. I don't have the guy that used to do my editing anymore, so I'm going to be roughly chopping it together to myself to save time. So let's see how this video turns out. Right, I'm in the print room. I'm going to test out, so generously Target Transfers printed me put me a few extra designs on the sheet because I left quite a lot of space, so they put a lot of my old designs on the sheet. So I'm going to test with this. I've got an old cheaper t-shirt I'm going to do the test with. In fact, there's no point in me ruining the t-shirt completely, so I might as well put them in a place where they should go. I'll put on the back of the neck, this one. And we're going to test it out. So I've set the new settings up on here. I take the swing option off on here and do it by hand, it's way easier. So I've got 146 degrees, it should be 145 degrees, that doesn't really matter. 50 psi, don't touch it else it goes crazy. And then 12 seconds. I've got 3 different settings. I've got number 1, which is a 5-second pre-press. So I pre-press the t-shirt for 5 seconds at 140 degrees. That takes any moisture out of the t-shirt. And then it goes to number 2, which is 145 degrees, 50 psi and 12 seconds. Let me just, I'm just going to get some scissors, 1 second. Like I said, this video is going to be raw because I'm not going to edit it pretty much at all. I'm just going to chop it together. Right, so I'm going to put this one on the back of the neck. I'm not going to measure it or anything, I'm just going to randomly put it in place because I'm just testing for now. That's about the middle. That'll do. And it's supposed to be hot peel this, so we're going to see what it's like on hot peel. This is a bit of a different material that I'm used to using. It's a thinner, cheaper cotton, but I just wanted to do a test. So let's see what happens on this. 12 seconds, 145 degrees, hot peel, bam, oh nice. Saying that though, there is some kind of strange, that looks a little weird. Let me just, I was going to do a second press. I put a sheet over then, and I do a second press for 5 seconds. That's what I do with Super Colour, so I don't know whether it's, should be done with these. It's going to probably take quite a bit of testing to get it right. But I'll be honest with you, that looks a little, I mean nice. It's gone on nice. It's just got, and I'm not, oh, that's, That's lifting up a little bit. Right now, I'm not 100% happy with that. You've got edges lifting up slightly. Don't know if you're going to be able to see that on the camera. I don't think you can, but that is not perfect at all. What am I going to do? I'm going to test something else. Let me test this smiley on the sleeve. One thing that did impress me, the mistake that I made was like a spray that I've cut out now, but the detail that they've got on that is really good. The gaps between the print is really good, but I'm not 100% confident on this right now after that first press. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't know if it's because of the material, but that shouldn't really matter. Quick pre-press. I'm going to get a little pad. I use a little bit of foam pad so I get all the pressure in the right area, so it lifts up just the area where the print is going to go. Yeah, that was a little, I'll have to have a look at that when it cools down in a second, but I wasn't 100% happy with that. I'm going to test this smiley on the sleeve now. Let's see what happens with this. It felt a little dodgy when you pulled it off. It seemed to lift up on certain corners, and obviously the more detail I put on, the more delicate it'll be on each corner and stuff, but we'll see. Alright, peel, hot peel. It's easy peel, it comes straight off, it gets everything off. You know, it's a really easy peel. It's quite shiny when it's first done, but that saying that, that's gone on great. We're gonna see. I mean, I'm testing now on this, but I've got to make I've got to print on a proper hoodie in a second, the big design. And that's gonna be the big test. Well, that's gone on great, and that's gone on really clean. Maybe because I used the yeah, that's hot. Yeah, that's gone on really nice. And it's very, very smooth, very soft, very thin, it feels. So it's going to take some testing in the wash as well. But that does feel really nice. You can hardly even tell it's there. Let's have a look at this one now it's cooled down on the back. It had like a little bit of a shine in certain spots. It's still got it. You can actually see what I've done. You're going to need a really good camera to see this. But basically, when I've pressed it, the collar from obviously the other side, you can see the collar through there. You can actually see that indentation in the print. You can't really see it because there you go, you can see it with that shine. Can you see it? And it's got them little dots. That's possibly my fault because I've used the collar underneath, but I've done that before and that shouldn't really make a difference. But I don't know if you can see as well, it is lifting up. Yeah, you can feel it's lifting up there. I could probably pick that off, which I don't like. Let me put a bit of pressure on it. Find a little bit of foam pad that's the right size. Yeah. I mean, this is for sure. I mean, what I've done with every single different type of print that I've used, I've had to test and come up with different strategies and figure out the best way to do it. So it might be something to do with the way I've done it. I'll figure out a strategy and it might be perfect soon. So don't think that I'm slagging these off in any way. It's just, yeah, it's raised there, and that's because, yeah, it's because there's slightly difference in the pressure, like where the collar raised it up. Stuck it down. And that's gone on back. Yeah, it's my fault that. It's because I didn't put a foam pad in. That generally wouldn't really matter on some other prints that I use, but see where the collar is there, as I press down, all the pressure on this bit is fine because the highest pressure was there, but then that bit there didn't have the full pressure, so it didn't stick down properly, which makes me slightly doubt the longevity, but we'll see after a couple of test washes. But that's gone on perfect now. You can see, you best try and get the shine again, you see it's perfectly flat now because I've used the foam pad to put the pressure just where that is. So yeah, and now that's great. I mean, and it actually feels, let's have a look, it actually feels better. It feels quite a lot better than the others that I've been using. I really like it. It doesn't really have the shiny feel that you normally get with, but yeah, so far so good. I think I'll do the hoodie now with the big design and take a big risk, get one of my, so I'm putting this design on a sand coloured hoodie. This is a sand coloured Reporter blank, really good quality cotton. That's why I always try and do a test first, because they're really expensive, but let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. So I'll do the front design first. I am going to get a pad and raise everything up when I use this new transfer. Then it seemed to be a big problem if it wasn't perfectly flat. So the way of getting things perfectly flat is raising up the area that you're printing. These pads work too, these pillows. This is a big design that's going on the front also, so we'll see. Yeah, basically this video is going to be like a live video rather than me chopping it and editing it up like I've done with all my other YouTube videos, which I will do back in the future as soon as I can get someone who's good at editing again. The lad who did my editing is now, well, he's doing other things, so I'm not gonna have time to sit and edit this myself. Not only that, I don't have the knowledge either, I don't think, to be able to do it. Oh, where's my adult side? I can use this one. Right, get this in the centre. What's wrong with the design? Here it is. So this is what's going on the front. It's mirror reversed on the camera, so you can actually read that, but when it's printed it's actually backwards. It's like this one, this is actually backwards. It's mirror reversed on the camera because I'm using the front camera. Everything's written backwards on for me because it's for you. It's when you look in the mirror, you should be able to read it in the mirror because it's for you, for me. You get it? Anyway. Right. Centralise that. Line it up. Nice. Make sure your design is fully on the pad. Everything will be flat. Before you do that, just messed up. Do you always do this? I mean, I do this a lot. So I'll line it all up and then I remember I've not done the pre-press, but the pre-press is really important. It just gets that bit of moisture that's in the material, especially if you get any steam. If you get any steam coming off, there's a little bit of steam there, so I'll do that again. If you see some steam coming out, do it again with your pre-press. It doesn't matter if you have to do it 2 or 3 times, just to get any moisture out, and you get a much better stick with your transfers. Last a lot longer. Right, let me line that back up. I use these, and this is the wrong size actually. This is a youth, but you just have to make sure you get it in centre. I've actually got an adult size one somewhere, but it's in a mess at the moment. They're all over the show at the minute. So make sure that's central of the hoodie, centre of the pocket there, straight. And then line that up. This is a big test now for these new target transfers, so if this goes well, it's very likely that I'll be using these in the future. I've not 100% looked into the cost yet, but all being well, the cost will be good. Just move that. The cost will be good, and so far the quality seems good. Seems possibly even better in some circumstances. I'm going to take the time with these and make sure I get them perfectly straight, because I only do 20 of each design, so I'm in no rush to get them on. Yeah, so it's had the pre-press, now it's having 12 seconds, 145 degrees. quickly peel it off as soon as you lift the heat up, swing it out of the way, peel fast, peel low and hard, like I peel across the hoodie. Out of the way, peel fast and low. Had a little bit of a stick somewhere there, but it's not caused any damage. I really like this, it's very, very thin, so you can see the material underneath. I really like that. And I put a bit of this parchment paper, I think it's called parchment paper, is it? And 5 seconds. For a second, seal it in nice. It just draws the bit of glue around the edges sometimes, which you sometimes get, which this doesn't seem to have actually. That actually looks really good. Yeah, I like this. Right, I've had to come to my computer because I was halfway through the video. You probably see it's just cut off. My memory is full on my phone somehow. I don't even know how that's happened. I need to figure it out. But anyway, it went really well. The transfer was on. Really nice. I'm really happy with these. I do believe, as long as the price is right, which I'm going to go and check, and I know you can obviously do gang sheets with these. I'm really happy with the quality. Obviously, I am going to run this hoodie, really rigorously test it, so I'm going to be wearing it a lot this week. I'm going to wash it a good few times. I'm going to test, but it's got a really nice feel, and this is actually the day after. So I did the video yesterday, what you've just seen skip to this is the day after, and I don't know if it's just my new eyes or what, but it feels different as it's settled in overnight, and it's got a really nice feel to it. I've got to test the longevity, which their Target transfers are guaranteeing the same as last time. So the washes, like 60 odd washes at 40 degrees, guaranteed. Really happy with this. It's a really nice feel to it. I am going to change the design slightly. There's a couple of mistakes I made on the design, like I said, where I left the splatter on. I'm going to cut that off. I'm also going to, what I like to do with my designs, I'm going to cut the teeth. The colour of the teeth is very similar to the garment that I'm using, so I'm going to cut the colour of the teeth out, because when you just breaks the design up a little bit, it's always nice. And I'm also going to put a break line around this just to break it up. You just get, it just feels a little bit more natural when you break the design up a little bit. When it's too big, the design, you do get a little bit of a feel on it, which I don't really like. But as soon as you can break it up, it's a lot better. Like this design on the back, for example, where it says "Don't worry, be happy." Oh, maybe you can see that. Do you know what I realised? I watched a video back on the phone yesterday, and I don't know if it's going to work on a laptop or not as well, but I was saying how things are flipped around because it's a mirror reverse on my phone, but it's actually not. When you watch the video back, the designs are actually the right way, so they're actually backwards on the video, which is they're supposed to be, but when you look in the mirror, they're the right way. So this is on the back. This is on the back of the hoodie, so it says "Don't worry, be happy." So it's written the right way around. So as I look at it, it says "Don't worry, be happy." Whereas if I look at "For me" on the front of this, it's actually backwards, because when I'm wearing it, I'm going on now, I'm ranting a bit, but anyway, as I'm wearing it, it says "For me" in the mirror, and that's what my brand is all about. It's about wearing your clothes for you, so what's what you see in the mirror that matters the most. So everything that's written on the front is backwards, everything that's written on the back is written the right way, obviously, because you can't see it in the mirror anyway. So it says "Don't worry, be happy" on the back. But what I was saying was, after the rant, as you break it up and you get these bits of material through the design, it feels a lot better, and that's really nice on the back. I'm really happy. It looks like it's gone in really well. Now, I have done rip tests on these before, and I've ripped it, and it's ripped straight through the design rather than the design lifting up. So it's like part of the fabric, which is really good for the system that we're using. But you can see there the quality, it's really good. Like the colours, you see the material through the transfer, really nice. And these are on really good quality hoodies, so I wanted to make sure that I got a really good quality transfer, which is why I've been testing between Super Colour and Target transfers. And both, in fact, if you look back on my videos, there is a video called starting a clothing brand with heat transfers. I think it says Super Colour versus Target transfers, something like that, because I was using both. And now Super Colour was really good, but they didn't do gang sheets, which was really important for a brand like mine, And now if you look on the comments, Super Colour have said we now do gang sheets, and Target Transfers was cold peel, which slowed down the production, and there was a couple of other random things, but Target Transfers got me on a podcast and asked a few questions, and I give my opinions on certain things, and they watched the videos that I made, and they've changed almost everything that I talked about. So it's really good. These are hot peel now. Target Transfers. They've got a you can't even feel that's there. Just really good. That's the smiley on the sleeve. So the smiley's on the sleeves of the clothing. I probably already said this on this video. Like I said, it was yesterday. I'm not going to edit this video, so it's going to be long and it's going to be me rambling. But other than that, this is Target Transfers, and they're called. Let me just find. I got it on my phone here. Ultra Colour Max. I think it's called DTF, Direct to Film, and I'm going the wrong way every time, but I'm really happy with the quality so far. Like I said, I am going to be doing a test, but I'm pretty certain it's going to be the same as all the other transfers that I bought from them that were cold peel, and they've been really good. I'm super happy with it at the moment. So yeah, that's my review on Target Transfers Ultra Colour Max DTF heat transfers. Really good. So you can go to targettransfers.com, and they've got a really good customer service on Target Transfers. I found better than what I've experienced with Super Colour. I've just got to test. I've just got to go and check the price of everything. But all being well, I think I'm going to be using these a lot more than Super Colour now. I think if the price is right and stuff like that, then yes. So yeah, that's the review on that. Sorry, it's a bit of a messy YouTube video, but I don't have the guy doing the editing anymore for me, and I've not got time to start cropping this and editing it, so it's just going to be raw, and also my storage right on my phone. So there you go. All right, see you later. Bye.